Happy weekend, everybody. Thank you so much for the heart me, Jen. That's kind. We have 15 eBay and Posh orders going out since I last shipped on Friday. So the last, I don't know, a little less than 48 hours. But the last 2 days, 15 orders. eBay beat Poshmark by a landslide. I think this is the 6th day in a row where eBay's beat Poshmark. 10 orders on eBay, 5 on Poshmark. So eBay doubled them up. Dang, good sales. Yeah. Been listing like crazy. We hit 2 goals this week. Thursday, we hit 788 listings, which doubled our listings from October the 15th. So we went from 394 to 788. So that was Thursday's goal, check mark, checkpoint, whatever you want to call it. And then yesterday's was we hit 800 listings. So we're up over 800. I think we hit like 806, but then we got a couple of sales. I think we're at like 802 or something like that right now. But listing. I'm not laying down and taking a slow month of January. I'm not taking it. It's happening. It's good. It's been a great month. The last week has been crazy. I think 58 sales since last Sunday on eBay and Poshmark. That's not including coffee. That's not including whatnot. That's just eBay Posh. Let's go. We're going to start with Posh this morning. If you're just jumping into the chat, say hello. Let me know what's been going on this weekend. Good morning, Brant. Good morning with a question mark. I'm not even sure what Brant's confused over there. Brant, I'm glad that you're here. Brianne's here. Jen's World's here. Trisha's here. Good morning. Samantha, welcome. Rachel, say hello down below in the chat or say whatever you want to. Oh, we got to get this live on Instagram too. So if you're just popping in, say hello. If you haven't hit that like button, I appreciate it. Thanks for tapping the screen, y'all. We got 120 quick likes over there on TikTok. Coaches Barb, good morning. Booty Barbara, my friend from Weaverville. Barbara, it's been cold the last couple of days. This is like Asheville cold the last couple of days. Below 0 wind chill. I think the low this morning was 7. We're in the mountains, but it's still the south. We're here in Asheville, North Carolina. I'm just south of the city, and Barbara's just north of the city, my neighbor. Good morning, everybody. Hey, a new Forever's back over on Instagram. Appreciate y'all being here. Thanks for hitting that like button, the thumbs up, the heart, whatever platform you're on, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. Thanks for doing the stuff that supports the things. All right, let's ship out some orders. We got a lot of work to do, and I want to move fast today. But I love answering your questions. You have questions about shipping, reselling, whatever, let me know. Or if it's about the weather. It's really cold in Philly, but haven't worn a coat in 20 years. Pitbull pickers. Why you live in Philly, but did you just move to Philly? Or I'm so confused. It's always cold in Philly in the wintertime. We have snow, so beautiful. It snowed. Oh, you have snow, like actual snow? We got like a snow globe effect a little bit. That was on Friday, but it didn't really stick. We had like a dusting for a few minutes, and the sun came out and it went away within a few minutes. Lived here my whole life, and you haven't worn a coat in 20 years. Pitbull picker, you crazy, bro. I've been saying that for a while, though. I don't want to get out of my bed, down blanket, the do the vibes. You can just hang out in bed and watch. Be all snug and cozy. This just sold on Poshmark. This is my most recent sale. It sold about 20 minutes ago. 3 extra big Polo Ralph Lauren track jacket. So the size is 3XB. This sold on a best offer of $65. Buyer pays for shipping on Poshmark. I paid $29 for this retail arbitrage. So it ended up being $31.18 with sales tax. So $20.83 is my profit on this. I picked it up on the 8th of January, and it is going out the door. Does that fit in here? Yeah. We're going to put this in a padded flat rate envelope. With Poshmark, you can use any shipping supplies from USPS or your own, but you can also use the flat rate. A lot of people don't realize that you can use the padded flat rate envelope with Poshmark orders, or a medium flat rate box, or a small flat rate box, whatever you want. 1092, a 1095, a shoe box. How do you handle returns on eBay? I have a buyer that wants to return an item after 2 months of owning the item. My return policy is within 30 days. I accept returns on items. After 30 days, I no longer accept returns. So I don't know what your return policy is, Carol. It really comes down to what is the policy that you've chosen on eBay. Mine is a 30-day return policy, so I don't accept returns if it's 2 months. And it's 30 days from the date that it's delivered to the person, not 30 days from the sale, 30 days from the date. Kings of eBay, good morning, sir. How are you? Over on Instagram, Kings of eBay. Want to consign to you, but you don't follow me on TikTok. Yeah, if you want to check out consignment, go to consignment.chris@peak.com, consignment.chris@peak.com. got all the next steps. And then once you get some pictures ready to go, you can hit me up on eBay, or sorry, you can hit me up on Instagram here, or you can send me an email with some photos, and we can get a rocking, brother. 70-30 splits. You get 70, I take 30, and that's 70-30 net is how that works. So after Whatnot's fees, they take 10.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. This one's going out the door. Cold, says Brant. Went to Goodwill opening in Charlotte on Friday, spent $600. It was crazy. You know, Barbara, you didn't tell me about this opening. I would have told you about an opening if I knew about an opening. You don't tell me about it? Look at all this stuff that I tell you. And you're not even going to tell me about a new Goodwill opening up? I'm glad you had a good day out there. That's awesome. I probably wouldn't have gone Friday anyway. I had listing to do. I have no returns. Just worry about negative rating. Just started selling 3 months ago. Don't fear the negative rating. Just let them know, like, hey, sorry, no returns on this item. And even when I do accept returns, it's 30-day returns. I can't accept 60 days returns. There's a lot of businesses that have a 30-day return policy, and you can't return it after 60 days. You show up with your receipt at a business that does that. 60 days later, they're not going to accept your return either. They're going to say, sorry, we don't accept returns at 60 days. Take care. So just be nice. Be nice to the customer. As always, don't fear the negative feedback. eBay will take it down if the feedback has anything to do with a return that you didn't accept at 60 days. If the feedback is about the item being a piece of junk, well, that's different, and that won't come down. But and eBay will have your back on that return too. Yep, 100%. Live on a Sunday. That's right, Jared. We got some shipping to do. There's another on February the 16th. Booty Barbara, hook me up with some info in my inbox. Give me some deets. Let me know. I appreciate that. Good morning, Tracy. Hi, I started using Whatnot. I want to catch one of your lives. I have a link in my profile. You can check it out. It's the same name, Chris at Peak. If you want to go give me a follow, maybe bookmark the next couple of shows. Thank you for the follow, C-Song. Appreciate it. If you haven't followed, I just give you good, honest glimpses into my business. Every time I kick on this live or my videos or my posts on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, try to give you as much good, honest info about what's going on in my biz. Hopefully it can help out your biz. This is all about teaching. So thank you, C-Song, for the follow. Do you resell also? And if so, let us know what you resell. I'm dying. I am so sick. Oh, man, Jared, I'm sorry to hear that. What do you got, like a cold or you got the flu? What do you got going on over there? I'm sorry. If you don't feel like sharing, I get that too. Next up on Poshmark is a Brooks Brothers sweater. This sold in less than 24 hours. If I can find it. Less than 24 hours. I found this on Thursday afternoon at a Goodwill, and I listed it Thursday night, and it sold like Friday afternoon. So Brooks Brothers, it's a full zip cotton, brand new with tags, Supima sweater. I paid $5 for it, and it sold for a best offer on Poshmark, I think, of $44. Yep, $44 out the door. So $5 into $44. After Poshmark's fees, my profit is going to be $30.20, and I literally bought this on Thursday. I freaking love that. I love that. I'm going to use a tieback envelope for this, free at USPS.com. Do you ever sell polo button-up shirts in lots? Not typically, because they sell well enough for me individually, but if I had like 4 of them that were the same size, similar colors, similar model, then yeah, I could do that. I usually sell them for about $20 a pop. So if I had 4 of them, I could do a lot and sell them for $70 and be happy with that one easy transaction out the door. You're the best. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Kimberly. No, you're the best. I appreciate the compliment. Jared, bummer that you got the flu. I'm really sorry to hear that. Thank you for the gifts, Trisha. It's corn. Delicious. Yes, I do. Vintage clothes, jewelry, accessories, smalls, rare books, lamps, original art, MCM, C-Song. I get the vibes that you know what you're doing over there. I feel like there's some OG vibes. You've been doing this for a little while. That's a lot of categories to be involved in. You know what? I'm not messing with that bag. We're going to do one of these. Nope, that's not going to be big enough. One of my bigger ones. I have no idea where my 15 by 12 bags are. Oh, here they are. Right in front of my face, where they're supposed to be. Morning from Wisconsin. Windy today. Makes it cold. Sell everything. I like to buy storage units and also try to sell some clothing like new, which I'm not good at, but trying to learn. That's awesome. I love that you're. I love the storage unit hustle. That's fascinating to me. What kind of coffee do you sell? It's fair trade. It's organic. It's delicious. It's roasted right here in Black Mountain, North Carolina. It looks a little bit like this. Here's the dark roast right here. We've been drinking a lot of dark roast because it's cold. It's winter. It feels right. The dark roast is going to have tasting notes of chocolate, very, very creamy kind of finish to it, and a little hint of berry if you catch it at the right temperature. That's the dark roast. It is all roasted fresh Thursday. So this coffee was roasted on Thursday. I just flashed in front of you right there. You can check out the coffee by going to, if you're on TikTok, you can click my name up above, and about halfway down the profile, you see the word shop, S-H-O-P. That's TikTok shop. All orders over $20 on TikTok shop get free shipping. You can check it out there. If you're on any of the other platforms, there's a link either down below or you can go to my profile. It's at chris@peak.com. You can check out the coffee. Get you some. If you have questions about any of the coffee or any of the roasts, let me know. We have a light, a medium, and a dark roast. The light roast is a winter seasonal right now. It's a rotating seasonal, and right now it's winter. I never see you on Sunday because I am normally at church. Well, sorry that you're not feeling well and not at church today. I'm praying for you, Jared. I hope you feel better. Good morning, Patriot Girl. Happy Sunday from sunny Naples, Florida. It's sunny here in Asheville too, but I have a feeling that you're probably a good 40 degrees warmer than us down there in Naples. It was 7 degrees at 6 a.m. this morning here in Asheville. It's cold. It's the mountains, but it's still the south. So 7 is really cold for us. We don't get too much of that. Usually like a stretch every year. Here's our stretch. On and off since 73, says C-Song. I love it. I love it. Thanks everyone for being here. What do we got here? We got some comments over here. I have no idea what I'm doing over here. Mara, tell me a little bit more. Are you reselling? What's up, Liz's Closet? Liz Closet, not Liz's Closet. Liz Closet is in the house. Mara, no idea what I'm doing ever over here. I don't believe that's true. I feel like you've got to have something dialed. Here's a fun sale right here. It is the middle of the winter. It is freezing cold, and we sold a linen flax dress. There's the brand right there. Let me know down below in the chat, Y or N. Do you know this brand, Flax? I don't find it very often. I don't do a ton of women's clothing, but this was on a fresh rack. Probably early December, I picked this up at a Goodwill. It was on the rolling racks that we were just stocking, and I found me a Flax. We got some Y's down below in the chat. 9 degrees here, warming up this week. Goodness, 9 degrees. And it's warming up. Lordy. Canada, America's hat. It's cold up there, Tina. Hey, it's sold. I just watching you on the book face. The book face just jumped over to say, hey, what is up, Rescuing Resale? You can say hi on the Facebooks too. That works just the same. 47 degrees at 8 a.m. this morning. So yes, you were a clear 40 degrees warmer than us. Brr. So it's 56 in Cali, and I hate complaining since so many people hey, it's all relative. 7 degrees while I left the East Coast. Hey, we get a stretch like that once a week. I love freaking the weather here in Asheville. Don't you say one bad thing about the weather here in Asheville. It is a little bit too hot for me in the summertime. It's nice here, though. We get 4 seasons, and fall and spring are the largest seasons. Just starting. Nice. Well, welcome aboard. Let me know if you have any questions, Marmar. What kind of stuff are you reselling over there? Anybody who just starts a business, if they tell you they have everything figured out and they got it dialed, they're lying. At least you're honest about it. We know that, Mara. Okay, hey, the book face. Hey, see, it works, Renee. Welcome. Just getting started. Found a thrift store that gets donations from a dry cleaner and then donates non-pickups yesterday. Thanks for your guidance. That's awesome, Kim. I got to get myself set up with like a hookup like that. Like maybe get a relationship with a local dry cleaner and see if we can make a deal. I like that idea. Kim, you're brilliant. Did you say you're in Asheville? Asheville, North Carolina. That is right, blessed go-go. Where are you from? Where are you joining us from? Where do you hail from? Welcome, Libby. Thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Good to have you. Try to give you as many good, honest glimpses into my business as humanly possible. This is all about teaching, all about learning. It feels like feels like -5 in Northern Illinois. Jeez Louise, Tracy, that's cold. It's 15 here in South Central Nebraska. I like that, South Central Nebraska. Brant's from the hood in Nebraska, South Central. That's a great hookup. Yeah, I like that hookup. I like that idea. Grizzly, what's up? Chris, what you packing today? Hey, Grizzly, can you shoot me can I shoot you a phone call later today when I'm out and about? I'm going to be on the road a little bit later. Can I shoot you a phone call about that email? I've like sat down to like type out a big long email a couple of times. I've even pounded out half the email and I'm like, I should just call this guy. How many sales do you got? So if you shoot me a message in your if you shoot me a message on one of these platforms with your phone number, I'll give you a friend. What's up, Scotway? I'll give you a call later on today. I'll shoot you a text first to be like, hey, is this going to be a good time? Joey's in the house with the spicy ice cream. I love spicy ice cream. I'm also don't eat dairy, but thank you. I like spicy. Thank you, Barry D, for the heart me. Appreciate all the gifts, the positive energy coming in. Why can't I send you dogs? Dogs for life. Dogs for life. Yeah, they got rid of the dogs. Yeah, no prom. That would be nice. Yeah, I haven't been to a prom in 20 something years, Grizzly. I don't know what you're talking about. It's Sunday, no mail today. Thank you. Hey, if you're looking for really good reselling advice, you need to follow Barry D Treasure over there on TikTok. Click on his name, hit the follow button. He just let us know that there's no shipping USPS on Sunday. Where do you got to get that kind of information unless you're following him? North Carolina is gorgeous. I definitely miss the Four Seasons. Yeah. Western North Carolina is gorgeous and new forever. I like the whole state, but let's face it. The mountains are just better. Good morning, been a minute. What's up again? I can. Hope you're doing well. What's new with you? What's new with you? I have mediocre advice. Oh, man. What do we got here? All right. We're shipping flax. This is going to go in a free Tyvek mailer from USPS.com. A flax linen dress. It is cold as all get out. Where is this going to? San Diego. See, it's probably not cold in San Diego. Can somebody give me a weather report from San Diego? Do we have a volunteer? This is why, like, I tell people I list stuff year round. I sell summertime stuff in the winter. I sell wintertime stuff in the summer. Especially the really desirable brands will sell year round. The mediocre summer brands don't sell as well in the wintertime. Likewise, the mediocre winter brands don't really sell as well in the summertime. But if you have good stuff like flax, it sells year round. Why am I going to wait around to list this when I can just sell it right now? Because somewhere it's warm. I also ship internationally, so could be going to the southern hemisphere where it's the middle of the summer right now. This is going out to Julia in San Diego. Do we have a San Diego? 57 degrees in San Diego. There you go. That's nice. Probably warm up. Probably get a nice 70-degree day there. And Julia can wear her flax linen dress. And she can feel good about it. Thanks, Julia. Appreciate you. How about that? I sold a pair of shorts last week. There you go. Happy Sunday, everyone, from Rescue Resale. You can also get good plumbing advice. That's true. That is true. He does lay the pipe, that fella. It's me, Bobby, and doing well. Glad to hear it, Bobby. I don't know if I can do snow for months, as we've been looking to move. No snow for months. Liz's Closet, since we moved back to Asheville last October the 1st, so 2 Octobers ago, October the 1st of 2022, we have had less than 0.25 inches of snow where I live, just south of Asheville. Less than 0.25 inches of snow. So if you're saying, like, I can't do snow for months, we don't have snow for months. Average winter here in Asheville is 11 inches of snow, and we have had, like I said, last winter and a half, we have had like less than 0.25. Anyone goes to estate sales? Yes, Liz, I like estate sales. Do we have estate sale fans in the house? Let me know down below in the chat. Say estate if you like estate sales. Liz's Closet wants to know over on Instagram. Hi, Victoria. We can get 11 inches in one storm. And that's typically like, yeah, if Asheville, like when we lived here the first time, it would be like 11 inches of snow average. We get like one that was 8 inches and then like a couple others that were like 2 and 1. And that was the winter. Love estate sale, says Barbara Booty. Barbara Booty, we should hit an estate sale together sometime. That would be good, clean fun, wouldn't it? Speaking of summertime sales, I sold this FootJoy golf polo for $44. It's brand new with tags. I didn't make a big profit on this one, but I got multi-quantity on this, so they just sell off. I probably shouldn't have sold this for $44. I had it listed for $49 with the idea that I wouldn't accept offers. But this is a brand new with tags FootJoy golf polo, sold in the middle of the winter. This stuff's got to start selling once we get to February. We'll start selling stuff like this, but especially like February 15th, March 1st. And then, man, once April 1st hits, the stuff is going to sell like wildfire. Good golf brand, golf polo stuff, especially new with tags. This is going to Randolph. Thank you, Randolph. And this is going to the Villages in Florida. I was going to show you the shipping label. I should do that. It's going to the Villages in Florida. Do y'all know y'all know the whole Villages vibe? You know the thing about the Village? There you go. Got you on Facebook. Nice. What did you think about thrifting down here in Southwest Florida? What did you think about thrifting in Southwest Florida? I don't think I ever thrifted in Southwest Florida, Patriot Girl. Like Naples, Fort Myers. I never went down there. I never thrifted down there. The whole time I lived in Tampa, the only time I went through like Naples and Fort Myers is when I was on my way to Miami a couple of times. Like I went to the Keys and I went to Miami a couple of times, but I never stopped in Naples. I think maybe I stopped at a Chick-fil-A, not on a Sunday, in Naples on the way through or something like that. Anyway, this is going to Florida. I know it takes a village. Oh my gosh. Right near me. Nice, Grizzly. Pineapple City. There you go. Yes, JC. Sorry, it took me a second on the uptake there. Yes. Tampa is Southwest Florida too. I don't know that most people consider Tampa to be Southwest Florida. I certainly never considered that, but if you want to call that Southwest Florida, you can call it whatever you want. Thrifting was great. I thought Tampa thrifting was awesome. It's a lot better than here in Nashville. It's a big metro area. I think it's the number 21 metro area in terms of total metro population, and there's a high concentration of wealth, so that makes for some really good thrifting. So I liked it there. Asheville has neither of those things. We don't have a big population metro, and we do not have a high concentration of wealth. While watching these types of lives and considering trying it myself. Nice. This is very informative. I was glad. Let me know if you have any questions. That's my favorite part, is answering questions. I don't know if we've had any like business questions. We've had some like weather related questions and stuff. You are probably right. Yeah. Look at a map. I don't think that anybody would really describe Tampa as Southwest Florida, but your question remains true. I thought the thrifting there was great. Talk to people, always nice. She asked me to come back. Nice. Y'all talking over there. I like it. You guys talking to each other on Instagram. One was Sharon and Chris's sale. The other was Lisa's text. State sales forever. I love it. A new me. Randolph, thank you for your order. Golf polo going down to Florida. People golf. Like, this is actually a good time of year to golf in Florida. It's too hot in the summertime. Now is a good time to golf because it's absolutely cool out. This was my favorite time of year to go garage sailing in Florida because it was actually nice and cool in the mornings. You could go out, you can enjoy yourself, put on a little like hoodie to start the morning. And then by the time like you were done towards the end of your garage sales, you take the hoodie off, t-shirt, it's warm, all that stuff. But I didn't do any garage sailing in the summer. I'm not built for that kind of heat to be like out walking around hitting the pavement in these neighborhoods and just like freaking burning up. Not my thing. We got one more Posh order. This is an LL Bean flannel. This is a little bit more seasonally appropriate, at least for this neck of the woods. This is going to Oregon. Oregon's not buying golf polos or shorts or anything like flax dresses, anything like that. How did you get into selling coffee? It's a big, long story, but basically we did this live every morning for just about a year exactly. Every morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. And I would drink coffee. We would talk over coffee with the audience or whatever, with the community. And people were saying, you should have your own coffee. You freaking coffee so much. And you're always talking with us over coffee. We're all sharing coffee together. You should have your own coffee. So long story short, we went for it. And we launched Chris at Pete Coffee last April with a medium roast, which is the same medium roast we still sell now. We added a light roast in the summertime, and then we went ahead and added a dark roast in November. And now we have a full line of light, medium, and dark roast. And what's fun is the light roast is our seasonally rotating light roast. So every season I have a new product launch with that light roast, and it's every season like that light roast is a very, very different cup of coffee. So right now the winter roast is our favorite, or the winter light roast is our favorite so far. It's got tasting notes of toffee, like toffee with a T, graham cracker, and chocolate. Really nice chocolate vibes on that light roast, which is very, very different than say the fall light roast was very, very like, it was more on like the bright side, whereas this winter one is more like, it's like a little sweet, but it's like chocolate sweet. Chocolate, graham cracker, toffee kind of sweet, whereas the fall one was a little bit more fruit forward. How do you process your thrift hauls each time? How do I process them? I bring them home, I cut off the tags, I button everything up, I pile it over there, then I take photos, then I inventory everything, and then I list it onto eBay, and then I cross list it over onto Poshmark, and then I fold them up, I bag them, and I put them out into the garage. I hope that helps. I think that's what you're looking for. I need a Chris at Peak coffee mug for my Chris at Peak coffee. Just saying, I hear you loud and clear at Arizona. I hear you loud and clear. Do you have any tutorials that show the process from beginning to end? A tutorial that shows the process from the beginning to the end. I mean, the process is showed through a whole bunch of videos. I have literally thousands of videos and live streams across all these accounts that you can watch. Is there one that shows the whole thing beginning to end? Like literally from the time I thrift it all the way to the time I'm shipping it out? I don't think so, but maybe I'm misunderstanding your question. It'd be an interesting video to like follow the journey of an item, but most of the time, like items take like days and weeks to sell. So it would be an interesting video. I don't know how I would do it, but let me know if there's something more. Do you have a question? Is there a question packed in there? Something that you really want to learn more about? Please do more 930 lives. We missed them. Thank you. Got very few views on my listings and slow sales. Everything is listed fine. Any ideas? I have no idea because I don't know what you sell. I'm not looking at your store. I don't see your pricing. I don't see your photos. And I don't know what kind of items that you have. Are they in demand? Are they seasonally, summer or spring? I don't know. But what I could say is if sales are slow right now, there's three things that are impacting that. One is macroeconomics, right? Like we're in January, it tends to be a slow retail month. And it's also the way clothing sells is clothing. People typically buy clothing for the next season or at the beginning of the season. We're now kind of getting late into winter. So people have been cold for months. So they've bought cold weather stuff already. They've been buying it in September, October, November, December. Now it's January, right? And they're already stocked up on wintertime stuff. Will it still sell? Yes. But they're also not ready to start buying summertime stuff yet because it still feels really far away. So macroeconomics is one thing that's impacting your sales right now. Number two might be your photos. I would take a look at your photos, go search for whatever one item that you have right now in your inventory, just search for it. So if it's a polo, Ralph Lauren button-down shirt, size XL, search for that same thing in eBay search. Then what I want you to do is look at your neighbors above and below you. So that your competition that's sitting above and below you in that search, are your photos better than theirs? Is your price better than theirs? And that's really what it comes down to. Those are the three things. Macroeconomics are impacting your sales, price and photos. Those are the biggest things. And do you have the right items in the first place? That comes into it too. So just go to YouTube and play them all. There you go. I do a bunch of live thrifts too. I have a bunch of live thrift recordings up on YouTube. So I literally have gone live on TikTok, walked through the entire process of me thrifting, what I'm picking up, what I'm putting back, that whole process. And I share my decision-making live. And then I upload those videos up onto YouTube. There's probably 35 of those videos of me just thrifting. So if you want to see what I pick up, what I put back and why, check those videos out. They're over on YouTube. YouTube's linked in my profile. Some of you are watching on YouTube, but YouTube's linked in my profile. All these lives that I do on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, you can watch the recordings on YouTube and Facebook. So as soon as I turn this live off, this becomes a recording on YouTube and Facebook. You can go back and watch it. So you're me shipping my orders every single day, answering questions. Not every single day, but most days. Yes, you get it all done that day you get home. No, Patriot Girl. No. I don't usually get it done the same day. I might go thrift. I might hit 3 stores. I might bring home, on a good day. On a bad day, it could be like 30 items. On a good day, it could be 60 items. So no, I don't go home and list all those items right when I get them. That would happen over the next couple weeks, right? I just have a rotation of stuff coming in and out the door. Do you process your thrift hauls each time? You are probably right. Somebody got filtered on TikTok. Somebody with bad words. Thank you, Worth. Yes, thank you for the follow. If you're not following me on all the platforms too, you might want to, because I post different types of content in different places, just because different platforms are better for certain things. Like my picture photos of daily sales, I post those on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. But TikTok doesn't really do pictures very well. It's a video platform, so maybe someday they'll do pictures as well. Let's flip over to eBay. Let me know down below in the chat. Do you resell on eBay? Do you resell on Poshmark? Just let me know what your platforms are down below. We just shipped out all our Poshmark. Now we're going to ship out eBay. We got another brand new with tags. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren Golf. And this is a washable merino wool. Polo Ralph Lauren Golf washable merino wool. I broke one of my but principles on this one because it doesn't have a pony on the chest. Typically, I say if it doesn't have a pony on the chest, it's really going to slow down the sales of that particular item. I forgot to post items. I get busy. I hear you. This is merino wool. This is merino wool. It's brand new with tags. The MSRP on this piece is $178. So I picked this up for $29 retail arbitrage, and it's sold. You obviously know it's sold because it's a shipping lag, but it's sold for, wait for it. Where is it? There it is. It sold for $80.10. I got an offer for $80.10. I think it was listed at $89. So $80.10 plus $5.95 shipping. So the buyer is all in for $86.05 on this piece. And I paid $29 for it. Retail arbitrage. This is going eBay. So now we're going to start weighing out our orders. I love Poshmark shipping. You don't got to weigh nothing. It's easy. It's me, Deb. Hey, happy Sunday. How are you? If you just pop in and say hello. I hope you're having a good Sunday so far. It's early, especially early West Coast. Nobody took the bait on that. I asked people like what platforms they list on, and I got Brant who said Etsy, and that's it. Nobody liked that question. I get it. Y'all are protective of your businesses. Just let Chris share everything, and you guys don't have to tell me anything. I get it. It's not a reciprocal relationship. It's not symbiotic. It's just let Chris talk. We'll listen. We'll take in information, but we're not going to share nothing with Chris. I don't know how to say this person's name, but out of respect, I will try. Mayanshin. Thank you for your order. I appreciate it. Nice little order here. This is going to go out USPS Ground Advantage because it's under 1 pound. I'm going to print all these eBay shipping labels probably right through eBay. We might check Poshmark once for posterity's sake. This is going to go out at a... Come on, Scale. Scale doesn't want to work today. Scale's like, I'm usually off on Sundays. Why do I got to work on Sunday? Do I get time and a half today? No, you don't. That's going to go out at a 12-ounce rate. USPS Ground Advantage. Ooh, I got some big sales on eBay going out the door. Some big dollar ones. Actually, my biggest sale of the year is going out today. I just forgot about that. Biggest sale of the year going out the door today. So hang out for that. Where do you buy your thank you cards? Vistaprint.com. eBay, says Patriot Girl. eBay and Poshmark. Now we're playing games. JC says eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, eBay being the best. Nice. Any suggestions? I make $20K on eBay and less than $1K on Posh and Mercari for 2023. Sounds like you don't have a Posh bot over there, Artifacts Anonymous. If you want to really ramp up your Poshmark sales and get Posh sales going, you need some sort of bot that is doing the sharing for you and doing the delisting and relisting for you, and maybe even handling like automatic offers or something. But you need in 2024 to be successful on Poshmark, you need a bot. And you can come at me if you disagree, but that's the truth. When I started using a bot just over a year and a half ago, my Poshmark sales just skyrocketed. It was night and day. It took about a month for the bot to really have impact. But once like the bot like got up and rolling and it triggered that algorithm over the course of a month, things just went nuts. Cold and Sunny in Philadelphia. eBay, Poshmark says it's me, Deb. Brands on eBay. I'll use Vendu too. Sick. I use One Shop. I've been using it since October of 20. Well, what was that? Is that October of 2020? October of 2021, I started using One Shop. I have a link in my profile. I think you get $10 off if you use that link. I've been using it for, has it been that long? 2021? It's 2020. I guess 2.5 years I've been using that. I got to think about that. Yeah, that's right. 2.5 years. Oh gosh, I've been using that a long time. I do all my cross listing with that app too, by the way. It does both. It's $45 a month, and you can do your cross listing and you can do all your bot stuff. Where do you buy your thank you cards? I already answered that one. I read it twice. Sorry, Patriot Girl. I just like your comment. Do you have a tip on how to link them so I don't do manual load ups one by one platform? That's what we're talking about, Liz. I use One Shop for it. For a couple of years, I used Vendu. I think Vendu is the best platform for cross listing. It's the most comprehensive. It's got the most tools. It has auto sales detection. When something sells, it'll take it down on the other platforms. I do think Vendu is the best, but I'm only on eBay and Posh right now for all my clothing. I also have Whatnot, and I also have chris@peak.com, and I also have TikTok Shop. But the stuff that I'm listing on eBay is only going to eBay and Poshmark. So I don't need as sophisticated as a cross-listing software as I used to. I used to list on 6 platforms across everything on a 6. I don't need that anymore. That's what Vendu was. Now one shop, I have one fee, one app to log into. It's $45 a month. It does all my cross-listing, and it does my Poshbot stuff for one fee. And again, one less platform or one less app for me to log into. But Vendu, I do still think is the most powerful, is the most comprehensive cross-listing platform. If I was on more than 2 platforms, I'd be using Vendu still. But I discontinued using Vendu in the summertime when I went down to just Posh and eBay. So that's the whole story there. So everything, when somebody says like, this is the best tool, period, I think there needs to be context. There needs to be some nuance to everything, because I do think Vendu is the most powerful, but it might not be the best tool for everybody. Right now, it's not the best tool for me because I just am cross-listing on 2 platforms. I can manage it with a more simple cross-lister like One Shop, and it does all my, I was already paying for One Shop anyway because I used One Shop just for my sharing for 2.5 years. One Shop is what I use, Lisa. It's linked in the profile. I literally just saw your Vendu ad. Man, I haven't done a Vendu ad in I probably haven't done a Vendu ad in close to a year. I used to have a sponsorship relationship with Vendu, but since I no longer use them, I don't have that relationship anymore. I literally just saw your Vendu, very nice. But I am a big fan. I'm still a very big fan of Vendu. I think it's a good product, and I like the people there. I've had a relationship. I was sponsored by Vendu for probably 2 years. So I know the people that work there. They're good people. I communicate with them all the time. I think it's a good company. What One Shop, it's linked in my profile. Is if you go to my profile, you'll see One Shop. It'll say this is what I use for cross listing and all that. You'll see it. One Shop. I've been doing lives long enough to know that you have to repeat things 75,000 times, and then people hear it. 75,000 is the official number. So this is going to go USPS Ground Advantage, as we were saying. If you have any questions about cross listing, I'm always happy to answer those. It's going to be $5.62. It's going from Asheville to Beaverton, Oregon. Isn't that where the Nike? Isn't that the Nike place? Is in Beaverton? Is that right? Come on, AZ. Thank you for the follow, AB. Appreciate it. Welcome aboard. Do you also resell? It's AB, A.B. And what types of stuff do you resell? If so, always curious. I'd like to know what people are flipping. I give a good, honest glimpses into my business on a regular basis, and I try to share as much details as I possibly can to help people out. Maybe you learned a new brand today. Maybe you learned a little shipping trick. If you have questions, drop them down. That's my favorite. I love the questions. Get the questions going. eBay, Whatnot, Poshmark, and just open Depop. Nice. Do you have a tip on how to link? Sorry, I missed it. So you've been doing, Liz, you've been manually cross-listing from eBay to Whatnot, Poshmark, and Depop manually. Gosh, that's a lot of time invested. I would not suggest doing that. Because there's just so much, you're investing so much time per every product that you're going to sell. So you will have more sales if you cross list on multiple platforms, because you're going to have your items in front of a wider audience. But if you're investing that much time to manually cross list on each platform, I don't think the dollars per hour really start making sense at that point. It feels good to get more sales, but shoot, man, that's a lot of manual labor to get that up. When I cross list from eBay to Poshmark, I'll sit down. I'll have like say 27 items to cross list from eBay to Poshmark. I sit down on the couch. I open my One Shop app, and typically it takes me somewhere around maybe for 27, it would probably take me like 17 or 18 minutes. While sitting on the couch, just relaxing, TV in the background, boom, 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 and I cross list all those over, and it's just kind of I'm half paying attention, just kind of doing it. So the manually cross listing, you're probably having to be a little bit more focused, and it's going to take more time per listing. So I would suggest, especially if you're doing a bunch of different platforms. Coffee questions: do y'all do K-Cups or have plans to? No plans to do K-Cups. Then again, my business, I never have plans beyond the quarter that I'm in. So right now my plans are all about getting to April 1st. So my goal is by April 1st, I want to get my eBay and Poshmark listings up to 1,000. I want to average 50 plus sales every single week. I want to be running 100 items every single week on Whatnot on top of that. And I want to be selling 50 coffee and merch items every single week. Those are my goals to get to that level by the end of March. And I'm just focused on that. I have no plans on K-Cups. And to be honest with you, I don't think I'll ever do K-Cups, because what you can do is you can buy yourself a bag of ground coffee. So just buy the regular ground coffee. This is the peak season, the winter light roast. Buy this. You get it nice and fresh, roasted fresh every Thursday. And then just pour this into one of those reusable K-Cups. You can buy the reusable K-Cups online for just a couple bucks. I have one linked in my profile. There's a folder for stuff you need to resell. And in that, I have a link to reusable K-Cups. So you can take fresh coffee, pour it into your reusable K-Cup, and then boom, you're not going to get fresher coffee than that. If I start doing K-Cups, the coffee won't be as fresh. You're also introducing a whole bunch of unnecessary plastic waste, and you'll pay more for the K-Cups. It'll be cheaper for you to actually, I mean, if you look at your cost per cup of coffee on a K-Cup, and you look at your cost per cup of coffee on something like this, it's got to be cheaper. So this will give you somewhere between 18 and 21 K-Cups worth of coffee in one of these bags, like 18 to 21, depending on how much you put in there. So this is a $15 bag of coffee. You can do the math right there. If you're going to buy fair trade, organic, single origin coffee that's roasted fresh every Thursday, if you're going to buy that in K-Cups, your cost per cup of coffee is just going to be bonkers. There's just no way. You can get Folgers for that cheap probably in K-Cups, but Folgers is only barely coffee. I mean, it has caffeine in it. That's true. And it was probably kind of like coffee at one point when they roasted it in 2022, but it's not really coffee anymore. Chris, my sales have taken off since I list daily and do promoting from 2.6 to 3. Love it, Grammy Pammy. Let's go. I'm the same. I'm manually cross list. Yikes. No, manual cross list. Man, just get yourself a little bot. I mean, what is the cheapest version of Vendu? If you have a small store, I think the cheapest version of Vendu is like $19 a month to get you back a whole bunch of your time. Remember, your time is money. So if you can get some of that time back, you can go source more items and sell more items. And I think the cheapest Vendu is like $19 a monk. Or if you want to do one shop's $45 a month, but you also get that Poshmark bot up and going, and that'll get your Poshmark sales really ramped up if you're using a bot. If you're not using a bot on Poshmark, you're not seeing anywhere close to what your sales potential is. I've had months where Poshmark has outsold eBay. I think 3 total months where Poshmark's actually outsold my eBay. That's how much potential a Poshbot has. I hear other people say that like Poshmark is like 10% of their sales and eBay is like 90%. Me, it's usually like 60-40, 60 eBay, 40 Poshmark. I mean, that's the potential when you have a bot. You can really ramp up your sales. All right. Today was 10 eBay sales that I'm shipping out from the last 2 days and 5 Poshmark. So eBay beat up Poshmark today, but that's not always the case. All right. We got a pair of pants. Where'd they go? We still got the biggest sale of the week coming up here. I'll do that. Let's do the biggest sale of the week next after this one, or biggest sale of the year so far, I should say. Dockers, brand new with tags. I don't pick up a lot of Dockers. You can see the MSRP on that of $50. This sold on eBay for a price. I'll let you know. I think these sold for full asking price. The buyer reached out and asked me, are they truly black or are they gray? The last time I bought black, they actually ended up being gray. Are these black? I'm like, yeah, they're black, bro. So he came back and bought them for full asking price, $22 plus shipping. I paid $5 for these at a thrift store. The shipping was $8.95. So he's paying $31 for this pair of Dockers. I only picked them up because they're brand new with tags. This is going to go out at a 2-pound rate because it's just over 1 pound. So this is going to go maybe USPS Ground Advantage. Let's check it out. Ground Advantage is going to be $7.15. USPS Priority is going to be $6.82. This must be going to North Carolina. It's going to Asheboro, North Carolina, so just right down the street. Not right down the street. It's like Asheboro is like 4 hours away, but it's still in North Carolina. So this is going to go Priority, $6.82. I'm going to put this in a Priority Tyvek envelope. Let me know about y'all's sales. I'm showing you my sales. Show me yours. I want to hear about it. What's up, Surfs Up Finds? What are your top Poshmark sales, you think, as far as category? What are your top Poshmark sales? Shirts, but that's my top category everywhere would be shirts. I don't really have a more in-depth answer for you, Surf. Sorry. That's just what I sell the most of. Osito Alex, thank you for the follow. Osito, do you also resell? And if so, what kind of stuff do you resell? He's very common, mate. Hey, buddy, do you use AutoPosh? Can you explain it to me? I don't use AutoPosh. I use One Shop. I use One Shop for my cross listing, and it's all my bot stuff for Poshmark as well. It's one app. It's $45 a month. Cross lister and your automation tools for Poshmark right on top of that. $45, one thing. I've been using One Shop for 2.5 years now. I used to just use it for my Poshmark automation tools, and now I use it also for cross listing as well. $45 flat rate, one app to log into for both things. There's a link in my profile. I think you get $10 off. I think is what the link does. Sold an Orvis shirt, a CD, and a pair of Eddie Bauer jeans. Nice. How much you get for them Eddie Bauer jeans? I'm just curious. Blazers, says JC. I don't know what that's in reference to. We got the Surf's Up in the house. Yo, if you like learning more about reselling and selling, particularly clothing online, if you can scroll, he'll say something again in the chat, but follow Surf's Up Finds. He's actually on all platforms, and he's got a group on Facebook. I don't know what it's called, but I'm sure if you follow him on Facebook, you can find the group nice and easy. Great place to learn, great source of information. Guy knows his stuff. He's a teacher by trade also, former school teacher, and now he teaches reselling. A good resource. Where did I put my? Oh, I already put that in there. This is going to Dean. Thank you, Dean. Appreciate your biz. Dutcher Deb, thank you for the follow. Do you resell also? And if so, what types of stuff do you resell? The Roots is here. Happy snowstorm Sunday from New York, sweet friends. Hey, Roots, how are you? Casey, good to see you. It's been a little bit. Appreciate having you in the chat. What's cooking up there? We had a low temperature this morning, 6 a.m. of 7 degrees. I'm curious, what is it up in your neck of the woods there in New York? South Texas is in the house. It's probably warmer down there in South Texas. Right. Chris, does One Shop do the offers and delist? And not for eBay. It does not. I do that manually. I do the delist and relist for eBay manually. It takes me 60 seconds a day to delist and relist between 15 and 20 items every single day. It takes me 60 seconds. So 60 seconds times 30 days a month, that's 30 minutes a month it takes me. I do part-timer clothing and a bit of other things. Nice. Welcome aboard. Good to have you. Good to have you. I love the part-timers. I love the side hustlers in the house. Just a bunch of snow. We got about 1.5 feet. We are about 13 degrees. Stay 1.5 feet of snow. Yikes. We got a trace of snow on Friday. It was like a snow globe for most of the day. It was like pretty. And it was snowing, but it didn't really accumulate. There was like a dusting at one point, but then the sun kind of poked out and it just immediately melted it. That's the South for you. We got 4 seasons, but we don't get a whole lot of winter down here. Next up, we got a pair of Pranas. I listed these last week, I think on Thursday, and they sold on Saturday. So we got a 2-day sale on these Pranas. A pair of women's hiking pants I actually sold. I've listed 2 pairs of these on Thursday. I might have listed those on Friday, to be honest with you. I'm trying to be honest with you anyway. Thank you so much for adding this to my list after today. Nice. We have -1 degree, South Central Kentucky. South Central. I'm trying to think. South Central. Gotcha. I've spent a fair amount of time in Kentucky, but it's in Eastern Kentucky, like Red River Gorge area, like Slade, Kentucky, if you know where that is, out in the country there. Because we've done a lot of rock climbing at Red River Gorge over the years. I haven't been there in like 5 years though. I got to get back up there. These Pranas are called Prana Holly pants, Halle. A lot of these modern brands like Prana, if you look on the inside tags, there'll be a style number. That's what you're looking for, style number. And then all I did was Google Prana and then put in that style number, and boom, it brought me up to like Prana Holly pants. So that's how I know that these are called Prana Hollies. It didn't say it anywhere on the pants. I just looked up that style number on Google. Good way to help, like, because people, probably the person who bought this, Carice, she probably already has a pair of Prana Holly pants and she wants a replacement or something, or she needed to size up, or she sized down. Let's go with that. She sized down and she wanted this size 4. So she just looked on eBay for Prana Holly and this probably popped up. That's probably what happened. I don't know for sure, but she's going to wear these pants. She's going to hike in them. She's going to be super happy. These are going to go from trail to brewery. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. Carice is going to love these pants. Where are they going to? They're going to Boulder, Colorado. They're going out to Boulder. My old stomping grounds out there. These are going to go out the door. USPS Ground Advantage. It's going to go at a 15-ounce rate. That's going to be $6.79. Going from Asheville out to Boulder. I used to live in Denver, and the job I worked at had an office in Boulder too. So I used to take the bus up there from time to time. Spend some time in Boulder. It's an interesting place, if I'm being honest. I do retail arbitrage, Pure One. We already sold a couple of those items today. Kohl's is extra 50% off clearance tomorrow. Thank you for that heads up. I appreciate that so much. Who is that? Pure One. Thank you. More snow than us. We have maybe an inch on the ground. Wow. Cold here in Texas with a chance of snow and ice tonight. Yikes. Everyone's going to crash in Texas because nobody knows how to drive in snow and ice. So look out. Don't get on the roads. Sold a huge, and they also don't have like a capacity for plowing and salting and all that stuff like they do in the north. Just like 2 inches down in the south is a big deal. In the north, you're like, whatever, it's 2 inches. It's because you have like plow capacity and salting and sanding, and people know how to drive and that sort of stuff because you do it all the time. Not so much in the south. It's now 40 degrees in Jacksonville. Not bad weather right there. It was 37 here in southwestern Florida. Not Tampa, south of Tampa. Tampa's not southwest. Sorry, that was an earlier conversation. Debbie, thank you for sharing the live. I don't know why this is on my head. Gigi Daisy's in the house. What's up? Give us an update from Connecticut, Gigi Daisy. Wait, what was the biggest sale? Oh, yeah, I forgot to do that one. We'll do that one just next. I get talking. You know how it happens. You've been in these things before. Where's Carice's thank you card? Where is she? Carice. Oh, here it is. Thanks, Carice. Appreciate it. Prana's going out the door. To Boulder. Boulder's an interesting place. Do we have Colorado in the house this morning? OMG, Cali had rain and tons of car accidents. Oh my gosh, just because it rained. That's funny. I'm sure, yeah, like it doesn't rain much in like San Diego. Anyway. I listed 28 items and sold 20. I can't list them fast enough. The pictures take me the longest. Any suggestions using a service, etc.? I use Photo Room. Been using Photo Room for, when did I start using Photo Room? 2021. So I've been using, in August is when I started with Photo Room. So we're talking 2.5 years, if my math is right. And that allows me to have a nice, clean, white background on all my photos, because otherwise that's where I do my photos, between those two office doors. So a lot of the photos have, what do you call it? The door handles in there. It's got the seams from the two closets right there. It's pretty much just the only spot that I have to like photo. So Photo Room gets rid of all that stuff. I don't have to worry about the background. Lighting is big, Patriot Girl. If you have good lighting, that'll save you some time, and your photos will be better on top of that too. So I have a couple of these box lights right there. I have those linked in my my profile on my Amazon reseller shopping list. You might want to get you some lights. About $100 for those lights. Sometimes they're on sale for a little bit cheaper. Best investment you can make. Those lights will pay for themselves in no time, because again, your photos will be better than your competition. You're going to sell more items. You'll sell them faster, and you usually sell them for even a little bit more money on average too, because your photos are going to be well lit. People are going to be able to tell the color. They're going to look professional. There's not going to be any shadows. So there's going to be a higher level of trust from that customer. So they'll pay a little bit more, and they'll buy yours instead of your neighbor in the search that's above and below you, your competition, who might have better photos than you. You got to have better photos than your competition. It's 21 and everything is gray and frozen. Yikes. You're warmer than us though right now. Here in Severvary. Debbie, I'm not sure what that says. How do you deal with returns? I accept returns. I do free returns on eBay. So I charge $5.95 shipping for a shirt for the buyer to ship it to them. When free returns are turned on, I pay for the return shipping label to me. About 2.5% of my sales on eBay turn into returns. Almost none on Poshmark turn into returns, but I accept returns. If you have 1 day handling time on eBay and you're a top rated seller and you accept returns, then you get 10% off your final value fees if you do those 3 things. You got to be a top rated seller first, you accept returns, and you do free returns. And number 3 is you do 1 day handling time or less, you get 10% off your final value fees. What I save on my final value fees, that 10% savings, is more than what I'll ever pay on any given month for return shipping back to me. I've broken out all my LL Bean gear and don't leave home without it. There you go. I love it. Classic New Englander with all the LL Bean, the pride of Freeport, Maine. The box lights, now is the time to get them. Are they on sale? Is that what we're talking about? I've had these lights, by the way, for 2.5 years, just about 3 years now. I've had these lights, same bulbs, easy to set up. Yeah, whatever. They're lights and they don't break, and I use them every day. almost every day. You get the idea. What's up, Ethan Blair? Ribbons and Roots Boutique is in the house. I love that freaking name. I don't know why. $77 right now for the box lights. Those are the ones that are linked in my profile on New Forever. If you need box lights, get them now. I paid like $110 for these box lights. Like most prices go up. I bought these about 3 years ago. Now they're on sale for $77. That says a New Me Forever. Thank you. And by the way, if you order anything through my links, you get the same low price on Amazon. But it also kicks me back 2 to 4% depending on the product too. So if that helps support this channel, if that's important to you too, if it's not, then whatever. But ordering through those links, again, link in the profile or go to chrisfpeak.com. All the supplies I use, shipping supplies, right down to the shipping table, the computer that you're on, everything is linked. All right, let's ship out the next order. Oh, we said we're going to do the best order of the weekend. Where did it go? Best order of the year so far. Where did it go? Ah, here it is. I got it. So I picked up this. Let me know if you know this brand. I did a video about it recently, so some of you have a little cheat sheet. So I picked this up at a Plato's Closet. I paid $40 for this backpack plus sales tax. $40 plus sales tax for a backpack. You're like, why would you pay $40 for a used backpack? But then you see the logo right there. It's a brand that I am always and forever on the lookout for. It's called Tumi, T-U-M-I. Best sale. Broken out. I was wondering when did you use make an offer? I was wondering when did you use make an offer on a listing? DRK, I'm not really sure what you're asking. Maybe can you rephrase that? Maybe. What are we talking about? What is that chat? It's beautiful. Never heard of it. Tumi is so if you go through, where will you see a Tumi store? You'll see a Tumi store if you go to like one of those high-end shopping malls. There's always a Tumi in those. So the places that's got like Saks Fifth Avenue, like Lacoste, like stuff like that, you'll see a Tumi store probably there. Also in a lot of airports, you know how airports tend to have like those really expensive, nice stores. You'll see a Tumi shop in these airports. This backpack right here retails for $625. And this is a modern version of it. This is probably within the last 2 years. This one came out. So it's very, very little bit used. Any guesses on how much this sold for used on eBay? And by the way, it sold in 24 hours. I just listed this. My lighting is good. I can't take pics fast enough. Gotcha. Not really sure what to say on that. Take them faster, Patriot Girl. I'm not sure if I have advice. Good guesses. I wish I went for $450. Nobody's even really close. Tina, you got it right on the nose. This sold for full asking price, $225 plus I think $15.95 shipping is what I put on this. So $225 plus $15.95 shipping. It sold in about 24 hours to full asking price on this bad boy. So 40 into $225. I'm probably looking at about $150 worth of profit on that, and it sold in 24 hours. It doesn't get any better than that. So let's go see what this is going to ship at. I think that'll fit in a 1095 box. But I want to see where it's going, and we'll figure out what's the best shipping for it. This is going to Aaron. It's going all the way across the country, of course, to Washington. And it's probably going to go Ground Advantage. The priority mail will be 1085. Ground Advantage is 847. The question becomes, do I have the right box for this? What did I estimate? 1085. Hey, Aaron. Good morning, Chris. Haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Leah. How are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. Now I get to see your little logo and your name on the screen and some text. Thank you. Can you search up for my question? Amber, if I missed your question, if you could just drop it down below in the chat. I'm looking at three different streams. I'm sorry if I missed your question. It's really important to me, but I'm looking at 3 different chat streams, and I'm going to miss a couple, and that's just going to happen. I'm not happy about it, but I'm so sorry. It was $77 yesterday when we were talking there. Back to 111. Sorry, a New Me Forever says you missed the deal. You should have told us yesterday, huh? No, I'm just kidding. It's all good. I got to head out. Sunday is one of my primary listing days. Hope you get some good listings going on over there. Good luck to you. Thanks for hanging out a little bit in New Forever. I always appreciate having you in the chat. I have those 2. I put a bag of coffee in the backpack. It will smell really good and the buyer will be delighted. There you go. There you go. What if they don't like coffee? What if they're one of those crazy tea fans? I have so many Funko Pops. You inspired me to go Poshmark them. Nice. Chris has missed 87% of the comments and gifts today. Thank you for the gifts. Trisha, keeping score over there. Who needs enemies? Well, you get the idea. I think I'm going to just ship this priority. It'll cost me $2 extra, but then I don't have to go out into the garage and get another box. It's cold out. Come on, fit in this bag. You know you want to. I think it's just a little bit too big. Yeah, it's just a little bit too big. See if it fits in this one. Do I have to put this in a bag inside the box? Nah, probably not. Now that's good. I got one more idea. When all else fails, I got the 18 by 18 bag. I don't think that's gonna work either. Kim, you know where all those plastic bags went? I had a bunch of plastic bags. I love having a wife. It's awesome. Kim is wonderful. She's glorious. And she likes to organize and reorganize things just about every single day. So wherever you found something yesterday, you're like, oh, cool. I know where that is. That's not where it's going to be today. It's going to be somewhere else. So my box down there where I keep all kinds of plastic bags like this all the time, at least I used to apparently, that's where they were 2 days ago. And today, they're in the other side of the house because keeping these bags 40 feet away from my shipping station is exactly what I needed. Again, I love Kim. She's wonderful. But I wish we wouldn't reorganize where things go every single day. Thank you, Aaron, for your order. Appreciate that. Does anybody else have a situation like that? Why do we need to move things around every day? Why do they got to go to different places? Just leave it. It's fine. I have those too. My lighting is good. You had them in the wrong spot. Yes. It's really helpful to have plastic bags 40 feet away. I'm like that too. Chris is really good. Thanks, Osito. Tape the two bags together. It didn't even fit in the bag. I could tape them together, but it doesn't mean it's going to fit in. That would stress me out so much. I love her. But you know what I mean? You love their faults. Or not faults. You love their quirks too. That's what I should say. Quirks. Let's see if this will fit in that 1095. I don't even know if it's going to fit in a 1095. I was confident it was going to fit in a 1095. Now I'm not so confident. Well, we all struggle packing stuff, but you get to watch my struggles. I was so confident. I'm going to have to go outside. I'm not going to be happy. All right, it's not that bad. It's like feels like 20 degrees. Found a box. I subscribed to Photo Room last week, but wasn't sold on it. I just uploaded a batch of 50 and it came out great. The batch mode is that's worth the price of admission for Photo Room. It's the batch mode. It's totally worth the upgrade. I got to the bottom of it. They are still 77 if you have Prime. Go get those lights. So the lights, they're back on for 77. That would stress me out so much. That's why I never wanted my husband to put laundry away. We'd never see our socks again. The socks at least are in the same place every morning. The socks are there. They stay in the same drawer. Everything else, though, is up for debate on where it's going to be. It's been 68 and beautiful here in San Diego. It's raining. What are you doing in San Diego, Snappy D? You didn't tell me you're going to San Diego. How vacation, work? What's the deal? All right, this Toomey bag should fit nicely right in here. Oh, like a glove. Let's go. All right, we got a thank you card in there. People ask me all the time, can you use Amazon boxes to ship stuff? Absolutely. I hoard tons and tons of boxes out in the garage because you never know when you're going to need one exactly this size. Make sure you cover up any other old shipping labels. We'll do that with this one. But first, we got to measure this and see what it's going to go for. 19, 14, 7, 19, 14, and 7. And it's going to weigh in at 3 pounds and 12 ounces. So 19, 12. This is going to be expensive, I think. $12.47 for Ground Advantage. Priority is going to be $19.78. UPS Ground is $12.14. So I'll cough up the extra 33 cents. I'll go Ground Advantage so I can just put it outside and my postal person will pick it up instead of going UPS Ground. Then I got to drop it by the UPS store or at one of the drop-off points. I don't feel like doing that. Flew up for some concerts. Nice. Who you seeing out there? Thank you for sharing the live. Yay, Tricks. Using Pirate Ship. I could check it out. I don't think Pirate Ship will save me money in this scenario. Pirate Ship usually saves me money when it's small and heavy. That package was big and not that heavy. Kind of heavy, I guess, but because you're going on Pirate Ship, I'm looking for the cubic rate. That's the only way I'm going to save money on Pirate Ship is cubic rate when it goes just by the dimensions of the item. In that case, the dimensions were big, so cubic rate's not going to actually help me out. I didn't even need to look that up to know that answer. It's always the small but heavy items that can come where it's worth looking up Pirate Ship. Sweet Spine. Shows are fantastic. I fly back to NC tomorrow. Safe travels. Hope you enjoy your time out there. Seeing some good music. If anybody likes music, it's Snappy D. She likes hard music, though. Music that'll hurt your ears. Someone say concerts. I heard my favorite word. There you go. Are you referring to the lights you have? Yes, I'm referring to the lights I have. They're on sale. If you click the link in my profile, they're on sale. Amazon Prime, $77. Prime means free shipping too. If you have Amazon Prime, $77. Upgrade your lighting, you will upgrade your sales. That much I promise you. Hi, Chris. Do you notice a difference in sales depending on the day? I list in the evening, so I wonder if there's a difference. If there's a difference to like when you list your items, I don't know anything about it. The way I look at it, list stuff when you have stuff, because you never know when somebody's looking online for those items. I don't know if that's what your question is, but I just list them when I list them. What do I look for on Kuji? Big, loud, bold, colorful. Amber, are you looking at a Kuji and you're not sure if you should buy it or not? You know, big, loud, bold, colorful. That's what you're looking for on Kuji. Sending my question on IG. I don't see any question from you in this chat, unless it's like way far up. I'm sorry, but you can just drop it in the chat and I will read it. I just happened to miss one of your questions, Amber. And I'm sorry. It's going to happen. I'm not happy about it. Oh, okay. You're over on there now too. What do I look for on Kuji? Yes. Okay. What are you looking at, Amber? What's the Kuji that you're looking at? All right, next up, Levi's 502s. I tell you, I sell tons and tons and tons of Levi's. It's one of my best-selling brands every year. Levi's 502. These are modern Levi's, size 36 by 30. 502, I think, is regular taper. Is 502? I think they're regular taper, if I remember my numbers right. This is going out on eBay. It's going to go at a 2-pound rate. So there's a couple different ways that we can ship this. And these sold for $23, full asking price. They sold in 24 hours. These actually didn't even make it out to the garage. I listed a bunch of stuff in there in the corner, and it sold before I even brought them out, that bin out to the garage. So less than 24 hours, $23, which is my full asking price, plus $8.95 shipping. So $32 on those Levi's, men's size 36 by 30. These are going to go out probably, well, let's see, they're going to go out USPS Ground Advantage, I think. Nope, USPS Priority Mail is going to be cheaper, $6.73. These are going to Oak Ridge, Tennessee, so they're not going far. So this is going to go in a USPS Priority Tyvek envelope, $6.94. The Tyvek envelopes are free at USPS.com. You probably won't find these in your local post office. You probably got to get them on USPS.com. So there we go. Thank you, John. Thank you for the follow, Amber. Appreciate that. Welcome aboard. Amber, do you also resell? And if so, what sort of stuff do you resell? I sell mostly clothing, like 95% clothing, maybe more than 95% at this point. But I've sold a little bit of this, that, and the other thing. Ultra clean auto detailing. I also have a coffee business if you're interested in that sort of thing. If you like waking up in the morning, I got you. What did you pay for the jeans? $5. My thrift stores locally, the Goodwills, are flat rate, $4.95. They never have sales. Ever. But they're always flat rate, $4.95. Some of the stores will have like a little boutique rack where they price up Columbia to $20. They usually don't know what the good brands are. They think it's Columbia. Or Stained, North Face, they'll put on that rack too. Or Talbots, they like to put Talbots on that boutique rack. It's usually stuff that I wouldn't buy for $1 anyway. All right, $6.73 on the shipping label. Profit on this is somewhere in the ballpark of like $13 for a $5 purchase. What did you pay for them? 2 days in a row, very later, but I made it Soho Posh. Nice. Well, it's not 2 days in a row because I did not go live yesterday. You were in here on Friday. Good morning, Lavicia. Thank you for the bracelets and the heart me's from Groovy Grabs and South Texas Resale with the gifts. Sending my question on IG. Local thrift store has a tone. Uh-oh, we got all caps in the chat. Everybody read it. We got all caps. Local thrift store has a tone of $6 LL Bean denim jeans. You got a local thrift store has a ton of LL Bean denim jeans. Probably not. No. LL Beans are going to sell. It's going to be like a slow seller, and like top of the market for them is like 20 if they're flannel line, maybe. Me personally, I'm not going to pay $6 to sell an item that would probably your average sale price would be about $18 on LL Bean jeans. Bigger sizes do sell better. Flannel line will sell better too. But for me, I probably wouldn't pick those up because I have other options. Like I'd rather pick up Levi's for $5 locally. But you do you. There's profit there for sure. They will sell, especially this time of year. For me, jean season kind of wraps up April the 15th. They sell really well the beginning of April, and then they slow down the end of April. But remember, that's for mediocre, like average jeans. Good stuff, like I listed a pair of Mott & Bows yesterday. That's a great brand. That'll sell year round. But something like LL Bean or Levi's, that's going to slow down way big time after April 15th. So right now is a good time of year to be rocking mediocre jeans like these Levi's, mediocre sellers like this, because they will sell right through April 15th, and they will slow down big time. Hello from cold Vermont. What's up, Harry? Where in Vermont are you? I used to live in New Hampshire. I lived for 31 years in New Hampshire, including 1 year in Lebanon, Hanover, New Hampshire, right on the border of Vermont. What sizes sell the most for you? Big sizes. Jeans, size 38 plus. Well, those are size 36. Oh, crap. Long weekend. I feel you. You're good. What happened to the black dog picture? It's in the bedroom. Don't be weird. Rock on. You're welcome. I love the questions. Bring them on. It's a Polo 3X.
If it's loud and proud, I'd pick it up for the right price if it's cheap amber. But it's hard for me to tell people like what to pick up or not to pick up, because all I know about your item is the brand and the size. I can't see it. I don't know what it looks like, and I don't know how much you're paying for it. So I would look up recent sold comps amber on size 3XL Polo Kuji. You can literally put that in your eBay. Just type in just like this, type in Kuji Polo 3XL, and then hit search in eBay, then filter that for used and filter that for sold, and take a look at what the sale prices are, and you'll have a better idea than what I'll know without you're looking at the item. You can see similar items in the list. I can't see the items, so it's really hard for me to give you a recommendation right there. I'm doing my best, but I can't. Windsor near Lebanon and Hanover. Cool. That's I'm very familiar with Windsor, actually. Yeah, my wife worked right over the border at a vet clinic. It wasn't in Windsor. There's another town. It's like next to Windsor, maybe just north of it. Anyway, I know where you're at. Welcome aboard. Good to have you in the chat. Part-time seller for the last 3 years. I love it. My 3-year full-time anniversary was December the 6th. I think was my last day at my full-time job. Welcome aboard. Good to have you. I was part-time for 2 years before that, 2.5 years before that. So love the part-timers. I want to go toward the museum CUU. I don't know what that is, Debbie. We got another sale here. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren quarter zip. This is brand new with tags. MSRP on this is $128. I picked it up for $29 retail arbitrage, and it sold for $54 on a best offer. $54 plus $8.95 shipping, so the buyer's all in for $63 on this. This is going to go, it's a men's size large. That's going to go at a 15-ounce rate. So let's see. That's going to go USPS Ground Advantage for $6.96. Priority would have been $9.43 on this, so we're going to save that $3 and go Ground Advantage. This is going to go in a 9x12 poly bag. All shipping supplies are linked in my profile on my Amazon seller shopping list. I have some great sales left. Actually, my second best sale of the week. It might be my third or fourth best sale of the week, but second best of the weekend so far. We'll ship that out right after this. How about that? We'll do that. I don't want to hide it from you. Here it is. This is going out to Robert. Thank you, Robert. 15 total sales going out from Friday and Saturday. 10 on eBay, 5 on the Poshmark. Hey, is that an LL Bean flannel? I have one that looks just like this. This is a J. Crew. I got it from the J. Crew factory store about a year ago. Got a good deal on it too. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it was a good deal. I don't buy a lot of new clothing, so if I'm going to buy new clothing, you know it was a good deal. Most of my clothing's thrifted, believe it or not. And some of it is thrifted. It's in my closet and it's for sale. I hate when I forget they're for sale and I have like one of my favorite shirts like still listed and it sells. I'm like, oh crap. But it's good. I always just have a rotation of clothes. You know what I mean? Same here. Okay, I like it. Shipped an item with signature upon arrival, but USPS states no authorized recipient was available. So that person's going to have to, they're either going to deliver it to that person, or that person got a little note on their front door that says you have an item that you have to pick up at the post office. That's what's going to happen, AZ. One of those two things. They'll have to pick it up at the post office, or they will redeliver it tomorrow. It just depends on what the note on that person's door says. That's up to them. G4. If they don't pick it up after a certain amount of time, and it's different for different post offices, after a certain amount of time, they'll return it to sender if that person never picks it up. I'm guessing it's a high-priced item for you to put the signature upon arrival on it. So I'm guessing that person's looking for that item, and they're not going to not go pick it up. But crazier things have happened. I had like a pogo stick that I sold to somebody, and that same thing happened. And they paid like, I don't know, like $30 or $40 for a used pogo stick, and they just never went and picked it up at the post office. So they returned it back to me, and then I sold it again to somebody else. This G4 is probably going to go at a 12-ounce rate. It might be 8 ounces. Let's go. 8 ounces. So this sold for $69. It's a great brand to look for. It's called G4. There it is. I'm new to your pages live. What are the platforms of choice? I resell on eBay, Poshmark, Whatnot, chrisatpeak.com, and TikTok Shop. Hope that helps you out. Let me know what types of stuff you resell, and I can give you some ideas of where you might go. Would you message the buyer? I would. I absolutely would. Did you let them know that you were going to do signature upon arrival? I always let people know first, because some people say like, oh no, please don't do that because I won't, like I'm never going to be around to receive it or something like that. So I always, before I do signature upon arrival, I always confirm it with the buyer too. eBay requires you to do eBay. If you want to keep your seller protection, if it's over $750, eBay requires you to put on signature upon delivery. You can do it without it. You just lose your buyer protection from eBay. Hey Chris, what did I miss here? Buyer scene here. That's a new brand for me. G4, yeah, great brand. Brand new with tags, sold for $69. It's a golf polo. It's got a nice contrast collar on it. People love this brand, G4. Keep your eye out for it. It's a younger brand, so you're not going to find a ton of it out in the wild because it just hasn't been around too long. So these shirts haven't like lived their life cycle, if that makes sense. Not a crazy high distribution on these either, although it's increasing in recent years. $125 MSRP on that G4 golf polo, sold for $69. This person's getting a great deal, basically half off or 45% off. It's going out to Vincente. So this is second golf polo that is going out the door today. We also sold a linen dress. So summertime stuff does sell in the winter. If anybody tells you otherwise, they cray. It doesn't sell as fast, but the premium brands like G4 will still sell. We sold a Flax, we sold a FootJoy. Those will still sell. They'll slow down, but they will still go out the door. And this was full asking price, by the way. $69 was my full asking. That's a new brand to me. Thank y'all for being here. Thanks for tapping the screen if you're over there on TikTok. 4.3 thousand likes. Those taps just help. It lets TikTok know that you're having a pretty good time, maybe that you're learning something. It encourages more people to come into the live. So do your comments down below. So does hitting the like button on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. When you hit the like button, or if you put something down below in the chat, that's interactivity. It just helps me out, helps bring more people in the conversation. Maybe we can answer more questions for more people. Like a question from Ruby. Ruby, do you promote your listings on eBay? Yep, I promote everything between 2 and 6%. Sometimes if I have a rare, unique item that I know nobody else has on eBay, I won't bother promoting it. Maybe I'll just promote it at 2% flat. That way it gets out on Google searches. So when people are just searching for that item on Google, but I won't promote it much if that item is like, there's not many of them on eBay. Then I don't really need to rely on promotions. Here's a Joseph A. Banks blazer. I'll show you real quick how I fold up blazers. I try to do this even though I've been selling a lot of blazers lately. Some people were in those lives, some people weren't. So what I do is this is a Joseph A. Banks. It's a size 54R, and it's a nice pattern. That's why I picked this up. Really big size, 54R. Sold for a best offer $30. This took 48 hours to sell. 48 hours on the sale, Joseph A. Banks. That's why when people tell you just pay attention to the brands, they're wrong. Well, they're at least wrong a lot of the times. I pass on most Joseph A. Banks, but again, awesome pattern and a size 54R. This turns into a 48-hour sale. $30 plus shipping on this. So I turn it inside out, I fold it in half, and then I fold it in thirds. I got a little blazer torture right there. Now, if that was a Joseph A. Banks size 42 with that pattern, I'm not going to pick it up because the sell-through rate on that's going to be pretty low. But 54R got to have a high sell-through rate, especially with a really attractive pattern like that. This is probably going to ship out at maybe a 3-pound rate just because it's a bigger blazer. Yeah, that will go over 3 pounds or over 2 pounds. It'll go out at a 3-pound rate. It's going from Asheville to Charlotte. It's going from Asheville to Charlotte, North Carolina. So it's going 2 hours. So at a 3-pound rate, this is going to go 726, but via 726 via ground advantage or 682 via priority. That's going priority, baby. And this is probably going to get there. Like this will go out tomorrow. They might even get this on Tuesday. It's only going 2 hours down the road to the big city, North Carolina, Charlotte. It's not the capital, but it's the biggest city. There's a lot of states that are like that, right? Where the biggest city isn't the capital. New Hampshire was like that. Anyone know the biggest city in New Hampshire or the capital? Here's your trivia question. two-part. What's the capital of New Hampshire? What's the biggest city? They are two different places. This is going out to Brandon. Thank you so much. We're going to put this in a 1092 box, free from USPS.com. Trivia. Montpelier is a great guess if I asked you about Vermont. Montpelier is in Vermont, brother. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that's not a good guess. There you go. Concord and Manchester. Down here we call it Concord. In North Carolina, it's Concord. In New Hampshire, it's Concord. It's also Concord in Massachusetts. Concord, there's a Concord, Mass. But yep, capital in New Hampshire is Concord. About 40,000 people, maybe 45,000 people in Concord. Manchester, I think, is 110,000 people. They're separated by about 25 minutes drive time. I don't know if that sort of stuff interests you. At one point in time, I lived in Manchester and worked in Concord. That was one of my longest commutes of all time. It was like a 25-minute commute. I don't like commuting. Now I commute to the garage. That's my work. But I only worked at that. That was a restaurant I worked at. I only worked there one day a week. So one day a week I drove 25 minutes to work. The rest of the week I worked at a place in Manchester. I used to ride my bike there. It was 1.4 miles. It was a steep 1.4 miles, I'll be honest with you, though. Because I worked at the university. It was right down on the river. And then I had to like ride back up. The ride to work was chill. The ride home was a workout. And it was the Northeast. So every person that drove a car was trying to kill me. Like literally trying to kill me because they thought I had no right to drive on the road with my bike. So they would just think that they were like the police, the judge, the executioner, and they were going to try to run me off the road and kill me because I was riding on their road. What they didn't realize though is not only was it legal for me to ride my bike in the road, I had to. You can't ride your bike on the sidewalk in Manchester. It is unlawful to ride your bicycle on the sidewalk in Manchester, New Hampshire. So I had to ride on the freaking road, but people, they were going to kill me over it. Here's my second best sale of the weekend. One of the best sales of, I'd say it's at least maybe top 10, maybe top 5 sale of the year so far. And this is a great thing for y'all to look out. Chris used to work in the restaurant industry. That's where he gets his Gordon Ramsay-like demeanor. I don't even really like that guy. I've come around to him a little bit, but I used to really dislike that guy. But now I think he's just okay. I think he's softened up a little bit. And I know that now he's just kind of doing it for the camera and he's trying to make money, and I respect that. What is your ship out turnaround time? I ship 5 days a week, typically Monday through Friday, but I had a whole bunch of sales, so I wanted to get a bunch of stuff done today. So typically ship, if that's your question. Do you resell full time? I do, Ruby. I do. I used to commute to Hanover about 20 minutes. So nice not having to leave the house. Absolutely. That's not a bad commute. I mean, there's probably not, maybe it's different now here, but from Windsor to Hanover isn't really a super trafficy commute like some commutes can be. But maybe, I don't know, maybe it's grown up there. Maybe it's busier. The last time I lived up there was 2008. I think I moved in 2009. I think I moved back to Southern New Hampshire in 2009, April, if I remember correctly. What happened to live free or die? It ain't the same state that it used to be. I'll tell you that much. All right. We sold this Hickey Freeman. It's a full suit 2-piece. I probably should pick up more Hickey Freeman suits than I do. I don't pick up a lot of their blazers unless they're a big size and a nice pattern, but that's just my preference. A lot of people do pick up a lot of Hickey Freeman. I just don't do well with the smaller sizes and like the plain patterns. The reason I picked this one up, it's a Laura Piana. So this is a really high-end wool maker from Italy that made the wool for Hickey Freeman here. So if you find that Laura Piana label on almost any brand, I would consider picking it up or at least look it up. I have found some brands where I don't pick up Laura Piana. Like I found a Daniel Cremo, or however you say that brand that doesn't sell for crap money. Daniel Cremo, Laura Piana. I was actually surprised. I'm like, really? Daniel Cremo has Laura Piana? This is a full suit right here. And I did not pick that up because there was like really no sales history to support that that was a valuable item. But most of the time, if you see Laura Piana, it's at least worth picking up, or at least worth looking up. It might be worth picking up on top of that. So we're gonna go ahead and package this in a 14 by 20 clear poly bag. I have 2 sizes of these. I like the big ones. These are fun. Great job. You've been live for 90 minutes. Don't forget to take a break. That's what TikTok just told me. TikTok cares about me. I appreciate that. What happened to live free or die? All right. Laura Piana suit going out the door. This is going to go probably in a 1095 box. We're going to see how much this costs to ship. So I'm going to put this aside for a minute. By the way, if anybody gets themselves a bag of delicious, delicious coffee, we'll ship it out right here during the live. You can get it on TikTok Shop by clicking on my name up above. In the profile, click the shop button, SHOP. Or if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, or you're on Instagram, you can click the link down below or go to chris@peak.com. You can get yourself some delicious, delicious coffee. It's roasted fresh every Thursday. I have a light roast, a medium roast, a dark roast. You can get it whole bean, you can get it ground. It's fair trade, it's organic, it's delicious. That's a word from our sponsor. Hey, I got to be proud of my business. I love the coffee. I think it's better than probably anything that you're drinking right now. I got to support it. That's what I do. This is how I pay my bills. Thank you for letting me give you a commercial break. At least I'm not like, it's not like a commercial break on YouTube where it's like some stupid product that you're like, I hate this product. It's delicious, delicious coffee, and it's my product. It's better than, better than me having a paid promotion on here. All right, we got I got to check out that shipping price. That's what I was doing. I can't walk and chew gum. Very easy. How many items do you list a day on eBay? I don't necessarily have a daily listing goal. I listed 140 items this week, but some days were like 27, 23. Other days were like 14 because suits and blazers take me more time to list. So like yesterday I listed 14 items, but most of them were suits. There was like maybe 8 suits in there. So those just take me more time. So it just depends on the day, and different days I do different things because I got the coffee business. I also have whatnots to work on, and I have to load up those shows. I got content to create. So it's not necessarily like every single day that I list items, but I hope that helps. Just sort of depends how much inventory I have in the house too. Right now I have a lot of inventory, and it happens to be a lot of suits. So this is going to go probably at this might be a 4-pound rate. This is going to go at a 4-pound rate because it's just over 3 pounds. So let's take a look at what this is going to Ultua, Tennessee. I don't think I'm saying that right. USPS grounded advantage is going to be $7.48. It's not going far. USPS priority is $6.91. So this is going to go in a 1095 box, free from USPS.com. Ship most suits in a 1095. If ground advantage was cheaper, I would go find like a recycled Amazon box from the garage and ship it that way. But it's going priority because that's cheap. It's not going far. $6.91 to ship a suit. $6.91. Cannot beat that. It's 4 pounds too. These priority rates, a lot of them came down, especially if items aren't going far. Those priority rates came down a real good bit this summer when they introduced the ground advantage. They also adjusted some priority rates in a good way. I do not sell on Facebook Marketplace any longer, Amber. I used to. I sold on there for years. Back in 2021, Facebook Marketplace was my second biggest platform. I used to crank on there. I would cross-list items from eBay over to Facebook Marketplace, and like say I did like 20 items. A lot of times I would not be done cross-listing those 20 items and I'd already have a sale on Facebook Marketplace. That's how Facebook Marketplace used to crank for me. It was nuts. And then it really, really slowed down in 2022. I actually stopped selling on Facebook Marketplace in the fall of 2022 because it just became a waste of my time. Then I retried doing it in 2023 because people were telling me that Facebook was popping off again. So in the spring of 2023, I tried it again for a couple months and it was still slow for me. It was a pain. I just really don't like the platform. I don't care for it. It's a lot of scams. And it just became, it was glitchy. They take down a lot of your listings and stuff too. Like if I list like, you could list like a Tommy Hilfiger thing on there and they'll take it down because they'll say it's inauthentic. Just not because there was any reason for them to think it was inauthentic. They just take down stuff like that. If you list something from Gucci, they'll take it down immediately. You list something from Chanel, they'll take it down immediately. And they'll say it's counterfeit. You know, it's just Armani, they'll take it down. So it's just, I think it's a shitty platform. I don't think Facebook really cares about it all that much, so they don't put a lot of time and energy into it. I just don't like it, and it doesn't really help my business all that much. So I stopped listing on Facebook Marketplace. That's my whole story. All right, so this is going out 3 pounds, 4 ounces. It's in a 15 by 13 by 4 box, $6.91. This sold for $90. Nobody asked. $90 plus $14.95 shipping. I paid $10 for this at a thrift store. I listed this on, what day did I list this? I'll tell you. I forget. I'll go pay and shit. I'll tell you exactly what day I listed it. It tells you if you click on the listing. I listed this on January the 19th at 3:03 p.m. and it sold on January the 20th at 7:25 p.m. So what is that? 27 hours. 27 hours to sell that. $10 into 90 plus shipping. Do you like selling on Poshmark, and what are the selling fees? I love selling on Poshmark. It's easy to list. It's easy to ship. It's a great platform. I love Poshmark. Fees are 20%. It's oversaturated. Unless you have something in high demand, I agree. They do flag stuff for fraud. It's ridiculous. The platform is, I ain't got time for like how broken that platform is and how many like different issues it has with it. You can't stand it. Hey, Kim, say hi.
Hey, everybody.
You got 2.
Oh, hi. You know what time it is, correct?
Yep, we're just about wrapping up here.
Okay.
This is where I get in trouble for being live. I'm hanging out with my friends, and Kim's like, "Get out! Why are you on? You're just on live all day. What are you doing?" She's like, "You got to be listing stuff. You got to be making us money. I need to buy wine with it." She said all those things. You heard her. You heard her. Do you got my back or do you not? We got a pair of Levi's 517s. This is the last sale going out of the day, unless I got to check my platforms and see what happens. We got an order going out for, we got to stop what we're doing. We got an order on chris@peak.com. Thank you, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, are you here in the live? We got 2 bags of Peak Blend medium roast. So and these are both whole bean. So Elizabeth, if you're here live, if you're here live, I have 1 bag of whole bean left until I get these roasted again on Thursday. We sold a lot of whole bean this week. A lot of whole bean. Let me know. I can send 1 bag of whole bean and 1 bag of ground. And the ground will be like super, super, super fresh. So it's not going to be a big deal. Let me know if you're here, Elizabeth, in the chat. I can send you 1 ground and one whole bean if you're cool with it. Remember, this is super, super fresh. So I do encourage people, if you can, get a grinder, grind your own coffee beans at home if you can. That's how you're going to get the freshest coffee. But when you're ordering coffee that's roasted fresh every single week, it is so freaking fresh anyway. So let me know. Or I can wait and I could ship this out on Liz. Okay, that's you, Liz. Thank you, Liz's Closet. I appreciate it. So just confirmation again, I'll ship you 1 ground, 1 whole bean, both of the medium roast. Or I can do it another way. I can sub in a whole bean if you want to try the dark roast. It's not a super, super dark roast like you might be used to. This is going to be like a nice, complex, easy drinking light roast. It's going to be creamy finish, a little bit of chocolate, a hint of fruit to it. So I could sub that in a whole bean if you wanted to do that too. So you just give me, let me know if you want the ground medium. I see you in the chat. Ground medium, or if you want the whole bean dark, I could throw that in there. It's not as dark as most. There's a continuum of dark roast, right? It's more, I see you, Liz. It's more on the medium side of dark roast. But you let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to get this boxed up for you. And I'll get you a handwritten thank you note. Thank you. That's so awesome. I think, is this your first order? Look at, we got some coffee beans on the box there. There's a little bit of delay on Instagram, by the way, too. The stream is like, I feel like it's 10 or 20 seconds behind at all times. Do you send offers to watchers on eBay? I do. Your hair looks great today. Oh, thank you, Trisha. I appreciate that. Thank you. Do you use cross-listing software to transfer eBay to Poshmark? I do. I use OneShop. It's linked in my profile. It's also automation tools for Poshmark, too, both built into one. Okay, the whole beans. Okay, 1 medium, and one dark. I think you're really gonna like the dark roast. Some people get scared of dark roast because it's usually like most dark roasts you get are really, really over roasted, and all you taste is that roasty flavor. You're not going to get this with this dark roast. It's going to be a nice creamy finish, a little bit of chocolate to it, and even a hint of fruit, especially when it's a little bit cooler. You're going to catch a hint of fruit with it. You won't get that in most dark roasts. In fact, you've probably never had a dark roast that's this complex, I would guess, probably in your life. It's actually perfect if you have an espresso machine at home and you like making espresso. It's going to make a really complex espresso instead of just a lot of espresso is very just like dark, 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 dark. And that's all you taste is roast. That does not describe this cup of coffee. It'll make a really kind of cool, fun, complex dark roast for you. Or a dark espresso. It's also really good for if you make a cold brew. If you do a cold brew, it's really awesome coffee for a cold brew. Get you a handwritten thank you card here. Thanks, Liz. I don't care what anybody in the chat says. You are awesome. You are strong, and you are a hustler. You're trustworthy. You're kind. You're generous. You get compliments when you order a lot. All right, all packed up, ready for the road. This will go out tomorrow. Just like Bezos, every time you put in an order on Amazon, the guy thanks you live like this, writes you a handwritten thank you note, just like Bezos on Amazon does. He's on the largest cruise ship in the world right now. I need the energy painting the room today. There you go. Drink coffee. Get shit done. All right, this is going out all clear across the country to LA. So this is it. I don't know why I put you in the 8x6x6 box instead of the 8x6x4, but that's what you get. Do you send offers to watchers? Better to be Chris at peak than Bezos. I don't know. I wouldn't mind hanging out on that yacht. I wouldn't mind it. All right. You got a shipping confirmation in your inbox, Liz. How about that for speed? Amazon thinks they ship fast. I ain't got nothing on peak. I got you, Bezos. Yeah, his checkbook does look nice. He probably carries around a checkbook. He's got a checkbook in his pocket. Do people still, let me know down below in the chat, do you still carry around your checks with you? Is that still a thing? If you do, I'm kind of laughing at you, not really. Thank you so much, Liz. I appreciate that. Some delicious, delicious coffee heading your way. That'll go out tomorrow. And the shipping confirmation with the tracking is already in your email. You can't beat it. That shit on the bag, drink coffee. It should be on the bag, drink coffee, get shit done. All right, we'll keep saying it out loud and see if that sticks with other people. Oops, all caps. Hello, Nicole. Welcome aboard. Hey, Fran. Taking off for a pizza date with Fran. Nice. I hope you have some good pizza up there. Connecticut's a place where you can get some like good pizza too. I'm curious where you're going. I know people say Goodwill. I've seen people pay at Goodwill with a check. I'm surprised they even accept checks, but maybe not all Goodwills do. Remember, Goodwills are run regionally. All right. Thank you so much, Liz. Unless we get another order on Poshmark or eBay, or if somebody wants to get themselves some delicious, delicious coffee like Liz, we are. Oh, I got another Poshmark order. We'll get that bagged out too. Nah, I'll just save that for tomorrow. That's fine. I'm just trying to get a little bit ahead. So we'll save that order for tomorrow. It's a nice order too. $40 sale. All right. 517 Levi's. These sold in, I think this is a 48-hour sale. Levi's 517 listed these late last week. Size 32 by 34. These are a slim boot cut, and they're black. And I tell you all the time that black jeans black and gray on average tends to sell a little bit faster for me than does blue. Particular with like Levi's and Lucky brand, those really common brands, I find that that black sells a little bit faster. If it's a brand like Mott and Bow, it's probably going to sell fast anyway. But I'm talking about these mediocre brands. Yes, I'm a boomer according to my kids. I keep one blank check just in case. Gotcha. My checks are like packed away in a closet when I have to go pay there's like my CPA and stuff I have to pay via check, and I have to like go into the closet, grab out the checks, but I only have to do that like maybe a couple times a quarter. Do I have to use a check for something? All right, let's go ahead. We're back on eBay. This is going to go at a 2-pound rate. And what are our options here? USPS priority $8.74. Ground advantage is going to be $9.80, or we can do a padded flat rate for $8.30. So this is going to go at a padded flat rate. On jeans, I'm typically looking at those 3 different price points to see which one is going to be cheapest. And actually, we've shipped something at a 2-pound rate via all 3 of those options. So USPS priority, USPS priority padded flat rate, or ground advantage. Those are the 3 options I always look at something that's 2 pounds. This one is the first one that we've shipped in a padded flat rate envelope for that $8.30 on that rate today. So it used to be that padded flat rate envelope was always cheaper, but that's not the case anymore. It used to be that way. Like 95% of the time, the padded flat rate was going to be cheaper, unless it was going to like North Carolina, like really close. This is going clear across the country to California, $8.30. It's a padded flat rate envelope wherever it ships in the country. That padded flat rate envelope is going to be $8.30. Doesn't matter how much it weighs, as long as it fits in that bag with no alterations. It's $8.30, including Alaska and Hawaii. BT does. I think Puerto Rico too. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I've ever shipped a padded flat rate to Puerto Rico. Maybe I have. I think that's true. Somebody can correct me in the chat. Usually people are pretty quick to correct me if I stray too far. Oh, the padded flat rate envelope went up. It's $8.74 now. It went up. Son of a gun. I knew it was coming. We shipped on Friday padded flat rate, and it was still $8.30, but here we go. Oh, it's the 21st. Yeah, today's the date, right? That they usually raise it on a Sunday, like the 3rd Sunday. Let's see. USPS rate hike, rate increase. Just Google it. Yep, starting January the 21st. So starting today is that increase in rates. So a lot of things went up about 5%. So the padded flat rate envelope went up from $8.30 to $8.74, and it's happening today. That's the first one. Bummer. So let's see what that is. $8.74. So it went up 44 cents. So 0.44 divided by 8.3. It went up by 5.3%, the padded flat rate envelope. Bummer. It takes 40-something cents out of my profit. It is what it is. I charge the buyer $8.95 shipping on this one anyway, but so I'm covered. But still a bummer. Cost of doing business, though. Things are going to go up. Hello, pretty good resale. What's up, Joel? Always carry my checkbook. I even balance my checkbook. I guess I'm I'm not going to say anything, Roots. You said it. You said it. You said it. Thank you for the follow, Francine. Do you resell too? If so, let us know what you resell down below in the chat. You found yourself into a community, a crew of people who resell and like to share information and help each other out. So you found us. That's awesome. Welcome aboard. If you have any questions, let us know. That's what this is all about. Roots, you said it, not me. That's our last shipment of the day. I got another order that came in on Poshmark, but we'll save that for tomorrow. The post office isn't coming today to pick stuff up anyway. I had 15 orders, wanted to get a jump start. So 10 eBay, 5 Poshmark, and a coffee order, 2 bags of coffee out to my friend Liz. Thank you, Liz, for that purchase. Thank you. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out for a little bit. Francine's on Poshmark, eBay, and Depop. Nice, Francine. That's awesome. I'm guessing you're selling Clothing probably would be my guess if you're on the, but I shouldn't make assumptions. Y'all, I'm going to be live again soon. Probably tomorrow. I'll ship out some orders too. But if you don't catch me tomorrow, you'll be able to catch me at some point later in the week. I like to go live, give good, honest glimpses into what's going on in my business, hoping that maybe that helps y'all out. Maybe you can pick up a shipping trick or a new brand or something. Let me know down below in the chat if you did learn something. All these lives are available on Facebook and YouTube. So as soon as I end this live here in a few seconds, this will be live as a recording. So if you want to watch it back, or if you want to watch Fridays, or if you want to watch last Wednesdays or whatever, you can watch these things it's on YouTube's and Facebook's. I'll sell anything that has a decent sold comp. So I like your style, Francine. I learned how to ship my pants. Nice, Trisha. I'm proud of you. Barry D is first, as always. Wishing everybody a great rest of your weekend. Happy Sunday. We got some football tonight, too. Have a great day. I'm on the eBay as Gray Hair Discoveries. I like that name. Gray Hair. Gray Hair Discoveries. I like that. I learned go Bills. Go. That's going to be a good game today. If I was a gambling man, I would have my money on the Bills, but I'm not. We don't use the S word around here, Liz. I appreciate you saying that, though. We don't use the S word. We don't use the S word. All right, everybody. Take care. I'll see you sometime soon. Enjoy the rest of the day. If you're out there hustling, I hope you find some cool stuff. Otherwise, I hope the sales gods are rain down some sales on you. I hope they do. Thank you, Roots. Thanks for being here. Good to see you. Thanks, everybody. Soho, Posh, Liz, Hair, whoever else I see on the screen. Barry D, Francine, welcome aboard. See you next time.